The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough, join the family. It's all love while we laugh at first criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please, the puppies need me. Oh, oh, please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh please, the puppies need me. Oh please, my body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.
Hello, Sofa Squad. How's everybody doing? Good evening. Good evening. I hope you're well. Drop those number ones if you can hear me talking over here so I know I'm not talking to myself. Hello, Jessa. Hello, Crystal. Hello, Courtney. Hello, Shayna. Hello, Jinx. Thank you for being here, Ginger and Audra and everybody. Thanks for those ones, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Hey, Casey. Hey, Sandy. Hey, Carla. Hey, Lucky. So, yeah, y'all, I just said in the chat we got some new emojis for Corey Richens as needed. I did them the other day for our hearing. We have the Moscow Mule and books. So if we say that we're serving up a virgin Moscow Mule, it's still alcoholic. It just means it doesn't have poison in it. Around here, if we have to like serve up virgin stuff, it means like, yeah, it still has alcohol. It's just not deadly, right? I hope everybody's doing well tonight on Sunday night. So yeah, here's what we're going to do. So a few things of order of business before we get started. Okay. So we're obviously going to be reviewing the Brendan Banfield trial that's allegedly happening this week. We did this semi-recently, and then, of course, it was like postponed or whatever. So we're going to basically like do a quick overview, look at a few videos of it, and there's that. Okay, a couple of things. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to search and see if anybody has posted, scheduled the live chat. Allegedly, the trial starts tomorrow, jury selection. I personally will not believe this trial and will not schedule something until it is happening. Okay. So if all of a sudden jury selection they start airing it at 1:00 tomorrow with opening statements, I'll just go live all of a sudden. You see what I'm saying? But to me, I do not believe it. Oh, Hairball, thank you for being a member 16 months and too many funerals. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. My gosh, I'm glad you're here and I hope you're okay. I'm sorry for any losses you might have experienced. That's not fun. So we're basically just going to kind of like wait and see. Okay. But at the end of the live chat, before we do like the closing stuff, I'm going to see if anyone has it scheduled. And if anybody's like, oh no, Paul, Law and Crime has a thing waiting, drop it in the comments. But I think basically at this point, that's what they do. And then honestly, I expect it to be put off on day one. Right. So I personally don't think the trial is going to happen this week. I don't have any insider information into that, but it's just what I expect at this point with all these trials. Right. I can't imagine this being put off anymore, but nothing surprises me with these trials anymore. They're always put off on the first day or the week. So we'll see. Okay. There's that. We're going to get to that one second. Towards the end of this, we are then going to talk for a few minutes about the Ohio dentist double murder, ex-husband arrested, all that. Main things here. I did a pre-recorded live chat earlier today that I will publish at the end of this for anybody who wants to watch it. It'll be obviously a separate, it'll push out as a video, okay? If you want to watch it, cool. Okay, if you're on Patreon or if you're on here and you saw the short that I put out, yeah, the Ohio dentist cases live rent-free in my brain all day long. I'm going to share the 55-page document on the screen at the end of this because I want y'all to help me figure out who bought the rings. Because the way the document reads, yeah, this has been like who's on first for me all day. The way the document reads, it looks like he is claiming that he bought them and that she did not. But everything out there is saying everybody's talking about, oh, she bought them or whatever, and it has lived rent free in my mind today. So we're taking it to the sofa, okay, and we're gonna look at the document, all of us together, and we're gonna come to a consensus on this, right? So what the brawl does it matter? Not really, but for me, it changed. Like I already know what I think about the doctor, the ex-husband who allegedly killed him, right? So okay. But it's a big difference to me of like if she's saying I paid for the rings, give them back versus him saying it. You know what I mean? Like psychologically speaking. Um, okay, and yeah, Carla says on the Ashley Banfield thing, okay, so that's the video. So basically the live chat that I'm gonna push out here. Is me kind of showing clips of Ashley's thing, right? And she says that, but then at the end of my video, I go to a Daily Mail article and they say they're like, he claimed the rings as separate property. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute. So I did a pinned comment and all that. Well, then the rest of the day, I finally got my hands on the documents, right? And I was looking at them. I'm like, no, it says here that he's the one who bought them. So, and again, I'm not trying to have like oh, I got a Banfield moment because I trust Ashley over my own judgment, right? In my world, I'm like, I'm reading something wrong. Like I'm not interpreting this. So there's another document out there, something, right? And I trust Ashley over Daily Mail. So you see what I'm saying? So it's not like oh, I got Ashley, whatever, but we all make mistakes or whatever. So if it is a mistake, it's somebody misread it. But the narrative I see everywhere is that she paid for that. And so, and again, for me, it's just a big difference of it's just again, it's a psychological difference, right? Okay, from what I saw, he claimed he bought them, that she bought her own. I could be wrong in interpreting it. I watched someone go to the divorce like 2 days ago, and they read it as she bought the rings, and it seemed like the property and divorce was pretty straightforward. So I don't know either. I'm confused. Yeah, we'll see. And I could be looking at it wrong, but I want y'all to look at it too. Do I think that the ex-husband did it? Yes, right? I mean, will things come out in trial? Sure. Okay. But it's not, I mean, it's pretty obvious what happened, right? And more information will come out. And obviously, I mean, this is just sofa speculation. He hasn't gone to trial, all that kind of stuff, right? But just from what I saw, I was like, oh, this guy's been seething over this for years, right? I just want to know what happened. Anyways, okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna first of all, hold on, I'm gonna cough. Hold on, I'm gonna mute you. Please hold. I'm sorry to interrupt the sofa. Okay, I'm gonna do a quick overview over what do you call it? The au pair trial to get everybody on the same page if you're unfamiliar with it. Then we'll look at a couple of videos. Okay, and I'm just going to read on the screen here. Okay, so the au pair trial is supposed to happen this week, like I said, right? So Brendan Banfield is accused in the February 24th, 2023 murders of his wife, Christine, and a man named Joseph Ryan. This was at their home and like the Reston area of Fairfax County, Virginia. Now, normally, apparently, Virginia doesn't allow TV or like cameras, but they are this time, okay? He's facing 4 counts of aggravated murder plus 1 count of using a firearm in the commission of a felony. The prosecution alleges that Banfield and the family is au pair. Now, what is an au pair? This is a young person from abroad who helps like with housework, that type stuff in exchange for food, room, small wage, or whatever. There's a movie about The Housemaid recently. If you saw it, oh my God, it was so good, right? It reminded me of this case. Okay, so they're basically saying that him and Juliana, the au pair, put out this ad on like a fetish site or whatever that's basically luring this dude Joseph to the home to do like a how do you say it? Like she wanted to be Ard or whatever is like a fantasy, right? And essentially when he's there, they had planned it to come back in and or they were like coming in to stop the R and they kill him and then her. It was this whole thing. We're gonna get into it. Okay, it's messed up completely. Oh yeah, I see people saying frozen. I'm not showing on my side. Maybe refresh. And it could be because I switched the things or whatever, but let me know if everybody's still normal or not. If you can see me regularly and hear me regularly, drop a 1. Pardon me. Okay, wait, Justice says it's called CNC, consensual non-consent. Word I know, but a definite kink. Lots of folks have. You're on pros. Okay, cool. Thank you. Hey, Bandit. I'm going to switch back to the screen. This might be what kind of makes me freeze. I'm not sure. We'll see. You know what I'll do? I'll look at it on the screen. Yeah, let me read it on the screen. Hold on. Okay, so the all pair was having an affair with Brendan. Shocker, right? I know. So this was the whole motive was, right? They wanted to be together. So she takes a plea deal to testify against him for a lesser charge of manslaughter and got a way lighter sentence, right? So that's the nuts and bolts. She turned state's evidence. Now she's probably going to testify. Well, she's not. She's going to. And this is what's headed to trial. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to watch a couple of quick videos and whatnot on it. The first one we're going to watch is like the trailer, if you will, for Court TV announcing the upcoming trial. This is going to give you just a general synopsis of who's who, what's going on, what people look like, etc., etc.
A 911 call in February 2023 turned this house outside of Washington, D.C. into a hub of police activity.
Who is the shooter? Who shot who?
Brendan. Officers arrived to a chaotic scene at the Banfield home. One man shot dead and a woman clinging to life.
Still breathing. Still breathing?
Christine Banfield, a nurse and the wife of IRS officer Brendan Banfield, had been fatally stabbed.
Everything happened too fast.
The Banfield's nanny, Juliana Magalhães, told responding officers that she saw a strange man in the house with Christine.
I don't know who it is. He was spanking her, and then he was saying, "Police, drop the knife."
Magalhães said the man threatened Christine with the knife.
And Brendan said, "No, police, don't drop the knife." And then he was saying, "I'm gonna kill her. And I don't know. He started stabbing her. I think Brendan shot him, and he asked me help to shoot him too because.
It's okay. You don't have to get it all out right now.
I never saw that before.
The story that Juliana Magalhães told police raised suspicion. A months-long investigation revealed that Juliana and Brendan Banfield were actually lovers. Prosecutors say the two schemed to kill Christine by luring a man to the house to play out a rape fantasy. Joseph Ryan accepted the invitation, thinking he was meeting Christine for violent sex play, and brought a knife and restraints. Magalhães told police Ryan stabbed Christine and Brendan shot him, but that story changed. Magalhães pleaded guilty to manslaughter in the death of Joseph Ryan. And in a statement to prosecutors, she said the plan was masterminded by Brendan to avoid a divorce.
And then I asked him, "We're going to divorce her?" He said, "That's not what I'm thinking about." And then he explained that he was thinking about finding a way to just get rid of her out of the picture.
Brendan Banfield is charged with 4 counts of aggravated murder and faces life in prison without parole if convicted.
So, I mean, first of all, and we might see some of the footage we're going to watch. Honey, she wasted no time in moving right on into that master bedroom. Okay. I'm talking wasted no time, right? Talking pictures in the frames. And I'm just like, y'all could just easily, I'm like, who knows what was going on leading up to it? And it makes me wonder if his late wife, like, I'm sitting here thinking, like, did she notice the vibe? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you kind of get like around that because it's like around the house. Did she notice like why is he, you know, why did they brush against each other like that, or why little nuances like that you might think you would see if somebody within if your spouse is having an affair with somebody in the house. You know what I'm saying? And then in the moment, did it hit her? Like, imagine if she had seen those things, and then like in the moment when it all went down, because number one, mass confusion. She doesn't even know this is going to happen. Some strange dude shows up. And then all this type stuff, right? I wonder if it all clicked into place of like in that moment of like, you know how when you have those epiphany moments where everything just hits you and like whatever, maybe not necessarily for this, but like when everything just adds up and it all makes sense, whatever that is, right? Yeah, the Keith Morrison thing. That's a Keith Morrison pillow. It is creepy, right? That's creepy. I need to change that because even it kind of tricked me where I was like, for a second. I was like, what is that? That's a Keith Morrison pillow. That was not funny though. Anyways, I had fun with it. I was recording. I was pretending to stick one of the death cap mushrooms in his nose. It's probably good. I probably just need to not have that there. It'll be just way too much of a distraction, but I love it. So yeah, Northwest says the husband was where'd you go? An IRS federal officer carried a gun. Yeah. So here's the thing too. It will never make sense. How expensive can it? I mean, a divorce can be very expensive, obviously, right? Oh, thank you, Ari, for being a member for 17 months. I'm glad you are too. I appreciate that. It's like, what was it worth it? You know, your little au pair is going to run out of prison at a certain point. You already know, honey. I can't believe he's going to trial. I don't know what he's going to try and say. Do we think he's trying to blame it on her? I think, wasn't that like the level of it? Well, let's keep going. Let's see. Okay, now let's come over to this video. So this is another one. Let me share it. It's a little bit longer, court TV, kind of like a what we can expect type thing. Let me share the screen. I should do. I do. Okay, please hold. I said, please hold. Please hold. Dun, 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 dun.
You don't have to get it all out right now.
I never saw her before. Like,
you didn't see the girl before either? So the guy and the girl you don't know?
She's my boss.
Okay.
His father is mom. But I never seen
He's my boss. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. The way she's trying to act all like flustered.
it before. Like, it's a lot of fun.
What a case this is going to be. The all-pair affair murder trial is already trending in the world of true crime, and the case hasn't even started. It starts next week. Here are the facts. Prosecutors.
Hey, Sandy. And yeah, I agree. People saying that like he's going to have to blame it on her. And so she set it all up. It's the only thing. It's the only thing, right? But I think a jury, personally, again, who knows? Jury's going to see right through this. They're going to see all the little pictures in the master bedroom of them.
Say that Christine Banfield was killed in an elaborate murder plot set up by her husband, Brendan, who's an IRS agent, by the way. State alleges that Brendan wanted to run off with the family's au pair. Her name is Juliana Magalhães, and he came up with this plan. So police.
Thank you, Montana, for being a member for 3 months. Woohoo! Moscow Mules are on Jake and Montana. We'll take it.
Say to lure another man, a stranger really, over to the family's home by using a fake fetish website profile, essentially catfishing him. And that led the man to believe that he was actually meeting up with a woman to have consensual sex, right? So once police arrive, they find the wife, Christine, stabbed to death, and the strange man who thought he was just coming over to have a good time, Joseph Ryan, shot to death. So 2 people are dead here. 2 people are also charged in this case. The au pair also already pleaded her case out. She pled to manslaughter charges. We understand she has also turned state's evidence and going to testify against her former lover. The husband, his trial, Brendan Banfield, that defendant, he's set to go on Monday. So this case, it's so wild, so many twists and turns. It started up a conversation in our Court TV newsroom about au pairs and whether having an au pair can invite an affair. So let's bring in someone to tackle that question.
Yes, this is a good question before we even get into it. Okay, so first of all, has anybody seen the movie Housemaid or read the book? It was out in theaters recently. It literally reminds me so much of this. This is my thing right here where I'm just like, I don't know how I'd feel about having a situation like this in my house. You know what I'm saying? Like this is a lot. Now I understand like if it's like we need help, we need this, we need that. But like, would anybody entertain whether it's an au pair or a live-in nanny, something of this flavor, doing this? Two career working parents. Yeah. I pre-ordered it, so I can't wait to see it. It's good. I didn't know about the book or anything, and so when I saw it, I was like, it was a good movie. Yeah, Sandy says I would never have a live in anything. And mine very yikes. I mean, it's temptation, but I hope my husband isn't garbage like that, right? Man, it's just one kid. But no, just to do with my money, right? Same. Apparently the movie Housemaid is based on books. So, and I guess I'm assuming that's the series because everybody was like, "Oh, it was a whole thing." I didn't know. Yes, reminds me of Dippolito. No pair, right? Yeah, see, I could see. So, if anything, yeah, as Crystal says, I'd never have any woman in my house. If anything, it would be like maybe come help, or I don't. It's so specific. Yeah, I don't want anyone living in my house. I would rather have them coming to the house and doing something, but not living in the house. Because I'm just thinking, like, well, what happens? Again, I'm thinking of that movie. What happens if, like, she were to get up in the middle of the night and the husband got up in the middle of the night? You know, pretend like even like you didn't have to worry about the affair thing. I just would feel weird. To me, it's like a stranger. And this day and age, I watch too much true crime. That's half of it. I'm like, what if they decided to kill you in the middle of the night, right? Most people probably aren't thinking that. Anyways, let's keep going.
Psychotherapist and CEO of Life Counseling Solutions, Dr. Janie Lacey. And of course, we've got some questions about the upcoming trial. For that, we're going to talk to celebrity attorney John Phillips. Good morning to you both. Okay, Dr. Janie, with the question, can an affair be invited by the dynamic that's created in the house with an au pair?
I would say, Julie, no, but the arrangement can create risk factors when a marriage is already vulnerable. So when we think about an au pair, she's living in the home 24/7. She's witnessing the family's most vulnerable moments, and she depends on the employer for housing, for food, for a visa. So this can create opportunity for exploitation and not necessarily an invitation. And I think about when a wife is exhausted, you know, in this case, she's an ICU nurse doing real life. You know, an au pair can represent escape and admiration without marital baggage. So to me, this is classic affair psychology, Julian. And we know that he had a pattern. He had multiple women confirmed that Banfield had affairs throughout his marriage. And this wasn't about the au pair. It was about him. And she was 22 and 23. So she was foreign. She was dependent on him. He was 37, a law enforcement in control. Anyone inviting this, it was Brendan Banfield exploiting the dynamic.
Yeah, so good point here. You know, and I'm not trying to sit here and like take blame off her or whatever, but it's like, look at the situation like before it got to murder, right? So let's just talk about the affair in general, whether she wanted to, whatever. There's such a power dynamic going on here. Now, he's obviously cheating on her left and right. She's an ICU nurse. Imagine the hours she's working. And what things does she get? He's banging everything, get his hands on. So also a point that she brought up too, where she was talking about, say a marriage is on the rocks. Like if there's issues within the marriage and this situation comes into the household, right? That would be really bad. So now I don't know at this stage in the game if she knew about his affairs and things of this nature already before this happened. So yeah. Yeah, and Justice says, wait, I think Justice said it. Let's flip it and say if it was a handsome Manny. Yeah, so imagine that too. So flip it on the other side. Imagine same situation. They're gonna get Mr. Pool boy hunk, likes to, clean the pool shirtless and blistering sun. You know what I'm saying? Would he be cool with that dude in the house? Which that's not as common, I would say, but it's definitely like, do we think that he would allow a hot stud, a 22-year-old hot stud in the house, living in there while he's working and stuff like that? You know, I would say this. He's not to me, you can tell he's not a secure man because he's sleeping with everybody he can get his hands on. You know what I'm saying? So I doubt he would, but I don't know him. So anyways, let's keep going.
So the au pair didn't invite the affair. I think Brandon exploited a very vulnerable person who was dependent on him, Julie, for her livelihood and her visa. And that's not seduction, that's manipulation.
Oh, this is so fantastic, Dr. Janie. This is why we wanted to bring you on the show, because I think many of us were thinking you were going to say, yes, this does. Watch out for those affairs. But John Phillips still think of it like in legal terms, as Dr. Janie was talking. I'm going, oh, yeah, okay, so this isn't entrapment. This is just fine. We're not, asking someone to do something they weren't already predisposed to do. If this guy is a cheater and philanderer.
I just heads up, I have to sped up on 1.25. That's why they're talking so like.
Who knows? John, tell me, legally, does he have a chance?
Ooh, every Wednesday night when I get my Thursday night stories, I'm like, whoa, what a case. And this one I was like, what the heck? And of course, I'd say it hits close to home, but I do have 3 boys. We have considered an au pair. Any male is like, well, maybe we get a ugly, like, domestic woman like that. You bring somebody in, you do have psychological and emotional boundaries being tested. But yeah, this was him. This was his issue, and Margalhães has a choice. She can go down with him, or she can try to use the system as best as possible to say, all right, I got the Oscar for my initial performance, but let me be clear, he did it, and that's the only way to save herself at this point, because right now, holy moly, what are people thinking?
Right, John. You can't make this stuff up. You really can't. You're right. One story is crazier than the next. This is so awful that this actually happened. It reads something like a fiction crime novel or something, but no, this is true crime. And to your point about, who do you hire? Do you hire somebody that, maybe you don't think is hot? We had that conversation in the newsroom. Dr. Janie, I would imagine you may have couples you counsel, who somebody doesn't want a hot au pair in the house because we might think an affair comes next. Talk to us, please.
Can you imagine interviewing people and one of the criteria is they have to be ugly? You know what I'm saying? Look, literally, they're covering all angles here. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, do you want to send a headshot in? Right? Monique did in her stand-up comedy stuff a long time ago where she was talking about she wouldn't hire a housekeeper unless she's like whole spill unless the housekeeper was like really ugly and her husband wouldn't want her. But it's just like, okay, well, yeah, we can hire someone, but they have to be, they can't be your type and they can't be this. If you're having that conversation, it's not a good idea to even like, no, right? And it tricks us. Can you imagine getting hired for an ugly position? Yeah, imagine them asking the employer after a few weeks on the job and being like, so, do you mind telling me, was it my resume? Was it this? And they're like, no, actually, it was the fact that, you're pretty jacked up looking. So we feel comfortable with you being in the house. And, some people would be awful enough to say that too. I'm like, oh, you're actually not a really good housekeeper or babysitter, but you're ugly enough to be here. Oh, thanks. I feel real good about myself now. Let's keep going.
About that and how that can strain relationships.
I think what couples should fear is the warning signs in their own marriage, Julie, I mean, quite frankly. So I don't think we should demonize au pairs or babysitters, right? Millions of family have healthy professional relationships with au pairs. And this case was about 2 people allegedly conspiring to murder, right? So the arrangement was context, but it's not cause. I think the real threat here was the husband, right? Statistically, women are most at risk from intimate partners, not strangers, not employees. And Christine's greatest danger was sleeping next to her, right? So in this case, boundaries matter for families hiring live-in help. I think as my co-panelist said, clear expectations, having open spousal communication and addressing your marital issues before bringing someone into your home. So I think, Juliana, she participated, obviously we're seeing this going to play out next week, but this case to me wasn't about fearing au pairs or people coming into them. It's about what happens when someone decides their spouse is disposable. And when you find a vulnerable person to help them act that out, that's not an indication of au pairs or babysitters. That's an indication of him in this case, in my opinion, Julie.
Yes, well said, Dr. Janie. Yes, you heard it straight from the expert. Don't fear the au pairs. They're
okay. Imagine this too. So, with the kids and stuff like that. Imagine if they had gotten away with this. This is one thing I wonder about. what would she have treated the kids like? Because they weren't hers, right? They were her victims. So it's like, imagine how that would have gone down the road. Because even though there's this whole thing of like pretending to love the kids and all that, at some point she might have wanted her own kids. So like, I was like, okay, imagine how that's going to play out, you know, whatever. Because again, she made no bones about they were putting their heads down and going to sleep very easily after doing this. So this whole thing of, yeah, I'm not really vibing her. You know, hold on one second. I want to find this other thing to watch. I said, please hold. I said, please hold. I said, please hold. Boo, boo, doo, 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 doo. Okay, we're going to look at this short clip, and this is her, a little bit more of her first statement here, or a video statement by her. Please hold.
Tonight, a shocking new video of a Brazilian au pair alleging her now former lover and boss, Brendan Banfield, masterminded an elaborate plot to murder his wife, Christine, while their 4-year-old daughter was downstairs.
I asked him, we're going to divorce her. He explained that he was thinking about finding a way to just get rid of her.
In her videotaped statement to prosecutors, part of her plea deal and obtained by NBC News, Juliana Peres Magalhães claims both she and Banfield logged onto a fetish website, posing as his wife Christine, and lured 39-year-old Joseph Ryan to their home for a rape fantasy. Peres Magalhães claims Ryan entered the Banfield's bedroom while Christine was asleep.
We told other people before that it was kind of part of the game. She would just get kind of freaked out and try to resist.
Prosecutors allege on the morning of February 24th, 2023, in order to make it appear as though it was an act of self-defense, both Peres Magalhães and Brendan Banfield entered the room. They shot Ryan twice, and Banfield fatally stabbed Christine.
She was just telling him, let me go, I'm gonna die anyways. I'm gonna bleed to death.
Months later, prosecutors say during a search of the house, investigators found a picture of Banfield and Peres Magalhães on a bedroom nightstand. They also found her clothes in the victim's closet, confirming their suspicions the two had been having an affair. Last year, Peres Magalhães pleaded guilty to manslaughter. She has yet to be sentenced. Banfield has denied all charges against him. His murder trial is expected to begin late October. Tom?
Now, that was obviously from when it was supposed to be in October or whatever. So you saw their clothes in the closet, picture on the nightstand. Imagine this, too. Imagine, like, when leading up to this. First of all, you heard what happened. I mean, if this is true, what she's saying, and I tend to believe. Imagine what Christine, she wakes up to the scene playing out. And then imagine the moments where she's like, just let me die. I'm going to bleed out. Right. I'm going to bleed out. Just let me die. That's the thing where I'm like, what a horrifying last few moments of life to be like, my husband and her, who I brought into my home, are killing me. And they just get, who's this guy they just shot? Right. Okay. So there's that. Now, also where she's talking about, wait, what was I going to say? Okay, so think about this too. Once the plan's made, okay, like whatever point in time this is, we'll find out this week. I'm sitting here, this is the vision I get. Christine's doing stuff, whatever she, say there's a morning of like, okay, this is what's going on today. We're doing this and that. And the whole time, this Juliana is thinking they're plotting her murder, right? Working with the husband to plot the murder. I mean, when I say she's getting away with murder, obviously she's doing some prison time, but she's nothing like what she should get, right? Now, I understand they want the husband the most, right? And he seems a special breed of evil because clearly at some point he had already concocted this, right? Hey, Shelly, thanks for joining. So I want to pull up another thing real quick. Please hold. I said, please hold. Please hold. Okay, let me find it right here. Okay. Then I got to come to y'all over here. Let's get rid of this screen. Let's come over here. We're going to share. We're going to share. And we're going to share. And we're going to share. And we're going to share. We're going to share. And we're going to play.
She saw Brendan take Joseph Ryan's knife and stab his wife in the neck.
What did you hear her saying
Hey, Kate.
as he was stabbing her?
He was stabbing her and then she was just telling him, let me go, I'm gonna die anyways. I'm gonna bleed to death. She was just, leave me here, let me die. And then he was telling her, I can't. I don't know why he said I can't.
Police say Christine Banfield was stabbed multiple times in different parts of her body. Juliana says Joseph Ryan was still moving after the gunshot to his head, and she says Brendan then instructed her to shoot Joseph Ryan again, which she did. Then Juliana claims Brendan started to manipulate the crime scene.
How did Christine Banfield's blood come to be on Joe Ryan's arms and hands?
Brendan did.
Nearly 8 months went by without an arrest in the case. Over that time, detectives returned to the home and police say something stood out. It appeared to them that Juliana had moved into the primary bedroom with Brendan. The picture on the bedside frame had been swapped out. Now, it held a picture of Brendan and Juliana. Police say they also heard the young girl calling Juliana her mommy. News 4 is not identifying the child due to her age.
When did first begin to refer to you as her mommy?
I do not remember when exactly.
In October of 2023, Fairfax County Police arrested Juliana and charged her with Joseph Ryan's murder. Over the next year, Brendan remained free. He wasn't charged with any crime until police arrested Brendan in September of 2024 and charged him with 4 counts of aggravated murder. Reporting in Fairfax County.
Yeah, you know she was real bitter sitting in there. He's walking around free. She's up in there talking about, Of course she's going to tell on him, right? I'd skip and jump and sing to the prosecutor's office. Okay. How disgusting. The kid calling her mom. You saw all the pictures? Loud and proud all over there. And this is the next thing I'd be thinking. Okay, now there's two things here. So she could easily sit here and be like, well, and this is, like, what are you going to do? She's already over here. She's dependent upon him. So there's a level of like, oh, I had to go along with it because what was I going to do? You see what I'm saying? But also, if I was her, I'd be thinking, well, when's my time up? What happens when he gets tired of me? Right? You could never be comfortable in that scenario, but also, I'm also sitting here thinking, she probably was aware of that, but she's also devious and was like, I'm just going to get what I got to get out of this. And then whatever, if it's, I want citizenship, whatever the situation she's trying to get out of the scenario that she started off with, probably going to be like, I'm going to get what I got to get out of this. And then I'm going to go, right? Whatever that is, because she's obviously conniving enough to go along and plot this. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, Casey says she probably had that poor baby call her mom before they did this. Oh, I would 100% agree. Yeah, unbelievable. I haven't been saying that. I love your name. I haven't been saying it right. And yeah, that's Wendy Adelson levels of evil. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Chris says he's very unattractive. Literally, right? It's just like, this is so insane to me. I want to see if I can find one more thing. Hold on 1 second. Okay, let me get this. Let's escape. Okay, let's see if this works. Hold on. Okay, we're going to watch a little bit of the body cam.
Footage of police responding to the scene after receiving that 911 call. Take a look at this.
Hey, Paul.
Hey.
So somebody's outside.
one's outside in the back?
In the back?
There's a dog in the back.
Anyone else outside?
Huh?
Who else is outside?
Oh, nobody outside.
Anyone over here?
My room. And here.
Man, stay here. Stay over here. Stay over here.
Who is the shooter?
Who shot who?
Brendan, he's an officer.
I got a blowout kit if you need it. Bring it up.
Is there anyone else in the house? Any kids in the house? Okay.
Yeah, if you want, I'll hold down here.
Okay.
Bring her down here. We can get info directly from her. Hey,
Can you come down with me?
anybody has a blowout kit? She's breathing. She's got lots of samples. I think Zach's staying out.
My
We're getting the ambulance here now.
My host kid is downstairs.
Okay.
I'm here.
How old's your host kid?
She's 4.5.
4.5. Where is she?
I need to talk to her. She doesn't know anything. What's.
Can we get her and we'll go outside?
No, I'm gonna get her.
Where do we fucking?
She's grabbing their 4-year-old. We're gonna go outside.
Okay.
She's 4.
It's okay.
She's just 4.
I know this is hard. Let's get her outside, and then I need to get some information from you.
Hi, Val.
Hey.
Hi. How are you?
Hey, I'm Officer Bell. Nice to meet you. Do you want to go outside with us?
We need to go outside, okay?
Let's go.
Come here. Come here. I'm gonna take this out.
Yeah, whatever you need to do. What's your name?
Juliana. Valerie.
Valerie? Here. Come on, Valerie.
Okay, so you're with it. Okay.
All right, let's get outside, okay? Hi, Valerie. It's okay. Just breathe, okay? Here, let's go out this way. So, hey, do you want to hang out with that officer right there? To take over. Here. Still breathing.
Sorry?
Still breathing.
Still breathing?
Hey.
Do you want me to put her to watch a show or something?
If you just want to tell me quickly what happened.
I don't know what happened. Everything happened too fast. I just want to take her to the zoo this morning.
Can you go with Officer Batani really quick?
Why don't you come with us?
No.
He has some stickers for you.
I was going to take her to the zoo this morning. And then I forgot the lunch we were going to bring. I turned around and came back here. And then I saw this car. It was just her car.
You don't know who that? Do you know who the person is?
I have no idea. And then also his car called her to see what's going on because early in the morning, like, the people was here. And then there was this straight to voicemail. I called Brendan, it's her husband. He's up there. I told him, I see a strange car, but I don't know who is that. Can you please come here? I'm scared. I will sit Valerie.
The way she's trying to like act like super like, and I was scared. And why was somebody here? I mean, she's lucky she got the chance to take a plea deal, and she was smart for taking that plea deal, right? Because let me tell you what, you put this in front of a jury, and then you show the child coming out there, 4.5. This child, look at this chaos that they have caused. That child has no idea that this woman, her and her dad, have just killed her mother, and sitting here trying to play it off.
And then he came here, and then we went inside. The guy, I don't know who it is, he was spanking her. I was just here.
Were you here when it happened, or did you walk up in there and?
No, yeah, he went upstairs first, and then I went to see what's going on. I left Valerie in the basement, and then when I when besides Brendan was saying, police drop the knife.
So Brendan's a police officer.
Yeah, he's an officer.
Is he with Fairfax?
No?
Where's he an officer?
I don't know. I think he was officer in Vienna.
Vienna?
Yeah.
Okay.
But,
1 second. Okay.
Yeah, the whole spanking thing. So here's the thing. The cops, like once they get this chaos done, they're getting the story. Once they sit down somewhere and they start piecing the story together, they had to be like, before they even go to the house and see anything, their little spidey senses had to be going off, right? Like, this is really far-fetched. Like, this is like a 1 in 1,000 kind of situation. Yeah, Roro, that was a good one about the Roblox thing. That was good. That was good. Wait, hold on. Oh, Share Bear, thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. Hey, Nani, how's it going? Okay, there's only like a minute or so left on this. Let's say, yep, minute 34 seconds.
Need anything else right now? Not right now. The guy who shot is they think a Vienna police officer. So we got to think about that. That car, we don't know who. That's the guy who came up here that started the issue. This car is the outside guy, the silver car. These two. So this is their car. That is the guy who came here. Okay.
Then it was because they were yelling each other. He was saying like, drop the. I'm sorry, my first language is not.
No, you're doing really well.
He was saying drop the. Oh.
The knife or the gun?
Thank you, Rara.
And then he said, no, police, don't drop the knife. And then he was saying, I'm gonna kill her. And I don't know.
I hear you, Share Bear. I appreciate it.
Stabbing her. I think Brendan shot him, and he asked me help to shot him too because.
It's okay. You don't have to get it all out.
Wait, did she actually just tell him right then and there that he asked her to shoot her too? That right there had to have been like, huh? He was already down and he asked you to shoot him too? Listen, hold on. I just want to rewind for a little bit and see. Yeah, she's doing too much now.
It's okay. You don't have to get it all out right now.
I shot him too because he started stabbing her. I think Brendan shot him, and he asked me help to shot him too because.
It's okay. You don't have to get it all out right now.
I never saw that before. Like
you didn't.
Oh yeah, honey, she's tripping up over that one. Oh, thanks forever for being a member for 14 months. She's in there confessing to the crime. She's in there confessing. She's in there confessing. Right. You see, she got quiet. She was like, after that, because she's like, what? You almost like that, like when you blurt something out you didn't mean to. And he asked me, did I shoot it? I shoot him too? Honey. Nope. And then gonna move your damn clothes into the closet probably later that night. Under the jail. Okay, let's finish.
See the girl before either? So the guy and the girl you don't know.
She's my boss.
Okay.
He's Valerie's mom. But I never seen it before.
Wait, hold on. Wait, you hear that? He's my boss. Please. She was trying to make it like, she was like, I just figured this is part of the job description. I figured this was extracurricular. He's my boss. They said there'd be extra duties. I figured he said shoot him. This was part of it. I mean, oh, y'all, I can't. So now let's do this. So this is the hot mess that's allegedly happening this week, okay? When I tell you, almost worth driving to Virginia for the day she takes the stand. It's not that far away. It's like 5 hours. Let's see real quick before we switch over to talking about Ohio dentist thing. Let's see if this is anywhere that's going to be showing. I said, what do you want from me? Shabba-da-doo-ba-doo. Okay, Sorry, I just had to kind of break out into song there. Okay, I'm just looking over the screen right here. Yeah, I don't see anything. I do not see anything scheduled on the networks for tomorrow. Yeah, hold on. If I'm frozen, wait. If I'm frozen, refresh, or go back out and come back in. Okay. It seems to be doing this when I change screens or whatever. So I don't know why. I don't know why. Why? Why? Tell me it's just computer nature. Why? Why does the computer do me that way? Sorry. Whew. Oh, Lord have mercy. Help me out. That was a good one. That was a good one. Okay. Whew. Okay. So what we're going to do is this. I'm going to basically have a live ready to go. It won't be posted. It won't be public. You won't see it. When they actually start the trial, I'll go. Right. So if tomorrow I get up and all of a sudden long crimes like, here we go, 9 o'clock. Well, here we go. Right. We're just going to play it by ear. And so, but the point being, I'm going to stream it, but we just don't know when it will happen. Right. Oh, Chrissy, thank you for being a member of our 22 months. Finally get to be back with my squad until the 20. Woohoo! I hope you're doing well, Chrissy. I hope all your surgeries have gone well and you're on the healing mode and all that. I'm glad you're going to be here till the 28th. Santa brought me a climb bank. Woohoo, that's awesome, Jam. So that's what we'll do with that. Okay, now we're going to spend a few minutes going over this part right here. So we're going to switch over and have a conversation real quick about the Ohio dentist double murder. This one aspect. What I'm going to do is when we're finished going over this aspect, I'm going to publish the video on this channel. It's a pre-recorded live chat. Thank you, Hairball. It's a pre-recorded live chat where I'm kind of like going over the timeline and just basic stuff about it because I hadn't really gone down the rabbit hole in the case until today, like I watched in the background. And so I'm just making commentary on some of the stuff like the footage and stuff like that from Ashley Banfield's, her video on it, and then a couple of articles and news clips or whatever. Okay, so here's where we're at. I am getting ready to share a picture of the 55-page divorce document. The question that we are trying to answer, pardon me, is who paid for the rings? We have fixated on this all day. By we, I mean me. And by proxy, I mean the Sofa Squad, because I've been posting everywhere about it. Okay, so this is the ex-husband who's been arrested for killing Spencer and Mo Tepe in Ohio. What was that, Ohio? Yeah, I think. He was arrested in, I think, Chicago or something like that, or Illinois, whatever. Long story short. Okay, so I'm going to share this. Now and you'll see in the video that I published, at the beginning of the video, when Ashley gets to this part in her thing, I kind of go into commentary about, some of my thought processes on if she owned the rings and like what that can mean. At the end of the video, I'm reading a Daily Mail article that says that he bought the rings. And I'm like, well, wait a minute. So this caused me to go search for this all day long. And so I got my hands on the documents. I looked through them. Now, I got these through crimetimelines.com. If you're unfamiliar with that site, you need to make yourself familiar with it. Okay. They are an amazing resource for these crimes. They post so much stuff up, y'all. So that's where this is coming from. And let me get back up to the page 12 of the document. Okay. Then I'm going to come over here and share. Now, y'all, also, if it freezes up, just refresh or come back out and go back in because it seems to do this when I switch screens. Okay, so everybody sees this. I know it's kind of small, but work with me. Just work with me. You know what we can do? There we go. Okay, so you see here, this is page 12 of it. Affidavit of property, Michael David McKee. Okay. Okay, so we see here the address, the house, husband, boom. Notice the handwriting too. This will become prevalent. And I want you to have, this is not me trying to have a gotcha moment of like, oh, somebody's something. I'm feeling like I'm reading this incorrectly or seeing something incorrectly. And that's the only reason, and I've fixated on it, right? And I'll tell you my 2 frames of mind or whatever on the psychology of if one or the other is actually the owner of the rings. Anyways, so here's the handwriting. So we have the cars, right? They each had 2 cars. So husband, husband, wife, wife. Now remember, this is his affidavit of property that we're reading here, right? Financial accounts, nothing listed here. Category, nothing. Category, closely held, nothing. Right? Coming down. Life insurance, nothing. Furniture, appliances, nothing. Safety deposit box, nothing. Transfer assets, nothing. All other assets listed above, nothing. Separate property claims, premarital assets, gifts to one spouse, only inheritances. A vehicle. Why do you claim this? I paid $7,000. Jewelry, engagement ring, I paid $2,500. Jewelry wedding ring, I paid $3,500. So if you're seeking any claims in any categories below, explain the nature amount of your claim. This includes but is not limited to inheritances, property on before marriage, and any premarital agreements. We go down. Okay, then we come down here. Secured debt, mortgage, husband. Credit card, husband. Then we have bankruptcy, nothing. Oath. I, Michael David McKee, swear or affirm. Okay. So there's that. Then we come down. Court of Common Pleas, affidavit of property, Monique Francis Sabertursky. Handwriting's different, etc., etc. Okay. Real estate interest, present fair market value, title to husband. Then the vehicles, wife, wife, husband, value, unknown, unknown, unknown. Financial assets, checking wife, savings wife, checking and savings husband, unknown amount, whatever. Then we have the husband unknown for pensions and that. Publicly held stocks, wife none, husband unknown. Closely held stocks, wife none, husband unknown. Life insurance, none. Only have group life through work is the wife. Husband, unknown. Furniture, appliances, wife, none. Husband, all kitchen appliances. Safety deposit box, none. Wife, husband, unknown. Transfer of assets, none for the wife, husband, unknown. All other assets not listed, none. Separate property claims, category, none. Signed, or no, I'm sorry, secured debt. We have the wife for this. Student loan. Unsecured debt, wife, wife. Bankruptcy, none. Oath, signed, Monique. Okay, so let's pause there for a second. So, okay, Squinty. Hey, Squinty, thank you for responding to my stuff on Patreon and stuff. So this is where I'm like, have I missed something in the thing? Because these are my 2 trains of thoughts on it, and I'll kind of leave it here or whatever, and then you can listen to my video if you want to after this. So my thought process was this: if she was the one that was like, I paid for these are my rings, like I got them, I want the money back. That's kind of like and you'll see what Ashley says, where it's like, okay, it's not usually the traditional thing of like, why did she pay for these, et cetera, et cetera. I was kind of like, yeah, that's interesting too, because it's like, well, was he like hustling her, or was he in school during this time? Did he, like, what is it, right? If it's him saying, I paid for the rings, give them back, right? That's a whole new level of petty to me. You see what I'm saying? And this gets into the whole thing, the conversation of who, and this is usually always split, but I view it like this, especially they stayed together where they were married obviously for a couple of years, but they split after just not very long, right? She probably was like, he's absolutely insane. So let's say it goes down like the stereotypical way you see it out there. Dude proposes, buys her an engagement ring. She says yes. They go get married. He buys her a wedding ring. To me, that's hers, right? Now like at this point, that's hers. So it's like, unless there was some prenup or something like that, or blah, 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 blah. So if it's a level where he's saying, I paid for it, I want it back. To me, I'm like, that's just, hold on. Hairball says he wants the ring or the money he spent, but the rings aren't worth anything. The rings are the last thing I thought about. I wonder if maybe he later felt bad about the fact that he bought her own ring, or someone gave him grief about it, so he got a replacement for her. Yeah, I mean, and so then when like in the video tonight, you'll see, I was like, okay, if she paid for it, maybe it was like she was the breadwinner at the time and they decided to get married. And so she was like, well, I'm going to go ahead and pay for this then. Like, we both want to get married. I have the money. I'll do that. Yeah, not traditionally how you hear about it, but it's new. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a new day. You know what I mean? So I was like, okay, there's that. And in that type context, especially because in my opinion, I'm like, I think she figured out that he was, I think that he turned into a monster. I think something happened, not a monster, but I mean, kind of a monster. So I can understand her being like, well, I'd like that money back because it's my ring, like I'm wearing them and I paid for them. Now, do I think that she might want to wear them, whatever? I mean, I doubt it, but you might need the money. Quentin says, Paul, you haven't missed anything. She bolted, packed up, and left him. Probably left the rings behind. There doesn't seem to be a dispute of the rings. Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't think. And one thing Ashley brought up too that I agree. She's like, this was a very okay. Here we go. No drama divorce, which is interesting that he would turn around and kill. Right. Yeah. Justice says, like, once they signed that wedding certificate, the real him came out 100%. This is what I think. This is what I think happened. I think whatever it was where it's like, have you ever dated somebody or like you might be like, honey, I got married to him. I'm currently married to whatever. But it's like once like the person feels like they got you, right? The real them comes out. So oftentimes it can be a marriage, moving in, some level like this, where the how do you say it? The real person comes out. And I feel like that's what happened in here. And I feel like because 7 months is like they cheated. They did not represent themselves. The real version came out and they were a nightmare. And I think clearly with where this ended, he was a nightmare. Right. And I think he's been seething, and I think she moved on, and I think she married well. And I think she was happy and she started a family, and it ate him alive. And then something either happened or it just boiled over and he went and killed them, and again, he drove his own car registered to him in a neighborhood where clearly cameras everywhere. Obvious camera. You'll see in the video if you haven't paid attention to this. Cameras everywhere. And I'm just like, I mean, he tried to kind of disguise himself, but that's where I think whatever took place, it ate him up, and he went and he killed him. Yeah, control 100%. 100%. Yeah, possibly violent. Yeah. There's no telling what she went through with him. Yeah, he's not a mastermind for sure, right? Yeah, he's probably failing at work. He's some kind of very niche surgeon of some sort. Yeah. Ginger says he disguised himself like Brian Walsh. Honestly, was kind of like waiting for them to be like, yeah, he did like a 5-point turn in their garage. You get you'll see in the video I'm about to. Ashley shows the video. The cameras are so blatant. Right. And I'm like, yeah, there's cameras all over this neighborhood. And also every neighborhood has these I have 3 outdoor cameras here. and that, when I said this in the video too, where I was like, this looks like a nice neighborhood, but I'm like, my neighborhood's not fancy, and everybody has Ring door camera. Everybody has these things for the most part at this point. You know, just wait till they check the local liquor stores. Yo, we're gonna get next level. This is gonna be, I'm telling you. And okay, here's my other thing too, and I'll end on this note. And now hold on real quick, because I'm gonna go ahead and publish the thing so it can be waiting, and I'll link it here. I need to do it over here. Hold on, please hold. Okay, this is my thing too. So obviously he didn't kill the children. So there's 2 children that were left in the house, 1-year-old and 4-year-old. Okay, pardon me. And he didn't kill them. Thank God, right? Here's my thing when I see stuff like this. Like in my mind, I'm like, what? But, and again, obviously he's not thinking of their well-being. He killed their parents for obvious sakes. You know what I'm saying? However, I'm like, what if the kids, like, what if nobody found them for a week? You were okay with the kids just being in there? What if the 4-year-old accidentally turned the stove on? What if the 4-year-old went out the front door and into traffic? You know, what if the 4-year-old went outside and was froze overnight? Like all the things that could happen. So even though he didn't physically harm them, you know, and we're excluding emotional, mental, all that type of stuff, like the things that could have happened, it's almost like attempted murder to me. You know what I'm saying? Like it gives me that level of anxiety of like, you know, now clearly they had, I mean, people were on it the next day, like he's not at work, we need 911 out here, you know, but it just irks me to no end of all the things that could have happened. Oh wait, he married a man? Are you serious? That would be a whole new layer to this. Okay, wait, hold on. Right? Okay. So then I'm gonna, how do I do this? This is so tricky. Hold on. Okay, let me see here. Okay, then I'm gonna come over here. Then I'm gonna do this. I said, what do y'all want from me? Please hold. Mansion Massacre Murder Trial. Oh, y'all. Another one too, y'all. I made a video, or no, I'm going to record the video tomorrow on it. I'll tell you in a second. Hold on. Let me just focus on this. God knows it's all, I can barely chew gum and walk at the same time. We're going to go to this. Boom. 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 Okay, let me see that showed up. I could have just done it on the, okay, so the link that I did is the video that I just published on it. So I'll close out with this. Y'all, right now, also, we're going to be following this trial on the back burner because, like, I don't think they have cameras or anything. The party mom situation in California that took place with the woman who was like, you know, the movie Ma, it's like the real life version of that. Okay. And she was hosting parties for all the high school kids, like during COVID and stuff, and like doing stuff with them and like serving them alcohol. And have y'all heard of this? Shannon O'Connor, the trial is currently on. She turned down a 17-year plea deal. She just gave an interview on like day 3 of the trial from jail. Okay. And I'm like, are you crazy? I mean, she clearly is, right? But multi-millionaire husband who ran. Okay. He got custody of the kid. He went to Texas. He's like, y'all, I'm telling you, it's the real life Ma. If you saw that movie, it's the real life Ma. It goes back tomorrow. Like, I mean, they're like on day 3 or 4. A jury member's already been like thrown off the case because they watched a YouTube video on it. Oh, and yeah, the grave robber. I'm going to be recording that one this week too. That one's insane too. So many, all of a sudden we're like inundated with stuff. Okay, so to recap, we're going to be following the au pair trial, but we're waiting to see when it happens as to when I'll schedule the live. So just know that you might all of a sudden see a random live and we're going to start watching it, right? I just published the video on this channel to my pre-recorded live chat about the dentist thing if you want to watch it. And then there's that. So, oh, Jesse, you were in the Facebook group he is in? Oh my God. Yeah, the Laura Owens trial, 100% crazy. Yeah, that one's coming up to all. We're in the season now, y'all. We're in the season, so there you go. Anyways, I love y'all. Thank you. This is fun. I need this so much. Oh my god. So I'll be seeing y'all throughout the week at some point. So I don't know when, but we will. And so that's it. Y'all have a wonderful evening. Thank you, mods, for being here. Thank you, Audra. Thank you, Ginger. Thank you, Sofa Squad, for being here. This is so much fun. I needed these laughs. And yeah, y'all have a wonderful Sunday evening. Y'all have a wonderful Monday morning. And let me get a little Slow Morrison's video pulled up here, and we'll end with that. I love you, Sofa Squad. Thank you very much. I'll see y'all next.
The pillows are fluff thanks to Miss Emily. The couch is wide enough. Join the family. It's all love while we laugh at Bert's criminalities. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup at hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Oh, please. The puppies need me. Oh, oh, please. My body is rejecting none of that fancy credential stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup and hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough. Puppies need me, oh please. My body is rejecting none of that fancy credentialed stuff. I'm just here for the cringe binge. Hey, 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 welcome to the Sofa Squad. Sipping from the cup that hey, hey, hey. Come laugh with the Sofa Squad. Can't roll my damn eyes hard enough.